Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Oh my God. There's so much going on. And I don't even know where to begin. Oh God. Oh Lord, I don't even know if I believe this. You know what? I'm going to leave it in because y'all know I always keep it real. I just didn't even. When I tell you I blanked out, even thinking about what my intro is. Oh God, okay. Oh Lord Jesus, help me. Welcome back to my podcast, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Oh God. We just gonna jump right in. Did y'all tune in to VERZUZ? Did y'all tune in? Oh God. It was complete shambles. I mean, complete shambles. I don't even know what I thought was going to happen. But I was, first of all, let me just be clear. I was thoroughly entertained. And I was in the comments, in the chat, cutting up with everybody else. So if y'all saw me in there, it's interesting because a few people said, hey, and called me out in the chat saying hello. And I'm like, wow. And I was like, wow. Listen. This is why I have said this, and it's not a saying that I made up, but I say it a lot. This is the reason why you have to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. And let me tell you, Mario stays ready because that brother gave us an R&B show. Okay? He came to entertain. He came to battle, and he won by leaps and bounds the size of the Grand Canyon. And that is the truth. Okay? At one point, when Sammy, and we also had other key players along, Sammy, Bobby V, Ray J. I don't know if they didn't rehearse what they were going to do or how it was all going to go. I'm not just talking about the individual guys, but just the stage. I mean, during Sammy's, kiss me through the phone or whatever, mad people are walking across the stage. Like, this is something that should be going on behind the scenes, but we're all just going to walk across the stage during somebody else's set. And I don't mean just like one or two stagehands zipping. I'm talking people with their babies, their children, toddlers, and such. And if you think I'm joking, go look up the video on YouTube, because YouTube is brimming with all the videos from different perspectives. And I'm telling you, it's crazy. Sammy has great energy. He runs across the stage. He's got his locks. He's doing his thing. Great energy. Makes you want to get up and do your thing. People know his songs. Cool. Ray J was supposed to be doing One Wish. I he was not prepared. He was not prepared. Let's just leave that there because the brother been through a lot. Bobby V did Blackberry Molasses. We know that's a song that he had when he was with the group Mista. I don't know if they're even still together or if they ever performed together. I don't know. I know Bobby V is always on somebody's bill somewhere. He's always doing a show somewhere, singing, hosting something. He, at the end of the song, was doing, hitting some high notes, all of that. He sounded good. The main event with Omarion and Mario, I want to say that I believed that Omarion was going to come with all the heat. I knew that he would be dancing because that's his thing. But he does have a great voice, and I thought he was going to get that crack-a-lackin'. That did not happen. No, it did not. When I tell you the confusion was so palpable. Is that the word? I don't even know. I'm trying to use big words. It was a mess. It was really a mess. And this is the reason why the saying says, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If I had paid for a concert, well, these people paid. People who were in the audience at the location, I don't know what they paid, but it said it was sold out. So I don't know what the price was or whatever. I would be mad. Because although it was entertaining, it did not give what it needed to give. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to. Anyway, Mario brought not only all of his songs and his hits and what have you, he brought showmanship. He talked a lot of crap. So did Omarion. You could tell it was definitely a battle. Yes, they do respect each other's music, but at the same time, I think people underestimated Mario. I think a lot of folks underestimated his ability to hold an entire show. It was so good the way that he did his showmanship. I would consider buying tickets to a Mario concert. And I had never been to a Mario concert. I just didn't consider him in that whole R&B phase like that. I remember when he came out. He's from B-More, all of that. And y'all know, I lived in the DMV for 15 years. You know what I mean? And I was like, he's definitely loved there. He is loved. But I was just baffled at how unprepared folks were. I really was. People were keeping score. I want to say I Am Zoe. Zoe. He's a pretty big YouTuber and influencer. He was keeping score. I want to say his score ended up 16-2. There were maybe 2 songs that Omarion really did well on. Singing and the performing. But people were bringing folks out, ringers to, they were doing so much. It took away from the initial battle. I will say this, Omarion brought out Tank. Y'all know Tank, right? I absolutely love Tank. He has the whole R&B sexy vibe, whatever the case may be. I think he is a very underrated artist. Tank could have came up in there and sang everybody under the floor, because he really was coming to do some damage. But he said, but this is not my verses, so let me get on out of here, because it really could be a problem. It really could, because he is bringing you show and he's bringing you vocals for days, right? I don't think people take Tank seriously enough, but he's on repeat 24/7 on my Spotify. Mario swept the entire thing. From the rooter to the tutor. Swept. And I have to admit, I was kind of surprised because I wasn't expecting him to come with the heat like that. The most unexpected people came with the heat. He came with the heat. It was a mess. It was so much. It was so much. It was so much. It was so much. People were reaching. I can't even explain it all. There were other people too, and I don't even know. Pleasure P. Was it Pleasure P? Pleasure P, Sammy. There was just so much happening. It got away from the battle that it should be between the two people. Just you and your catalog. And it just went all kinds of crazy left. Then it was the battle of, I'm going to take off my shirt and wear a jacket with no shirt on. Then you had people in the comments shaming, Mario, saying he had one ab. And, meanwhile, dude was singing. He wasn't just singing. He was singing. He was giving us falsetto. He was very impressive. Very impressive. I can only imagine if he's really training himself and really training, for a concert that he knows is coming up in like 6 months. Yeah. Total showman. Omarion is a showman as well, but he was so fixated on dancing that he could not keep up with the vocals. And that was very tough, because we all know Omarion is amazingly talented. And then also Mario's DJ was talking crap too. Now, I think who was DJing for Omarion, I think it was his brother Orion who was DJing for him, I believe, because I saw him up on the top of the stage. I think that's who was doing his music. Forgive me if that wasn't the case, but that's what it looked like. He was not doing any hype man stuff like how Mario's dude was doing. Oh, y'all, I can't even explain it anymore. You just have to watch it to believe it, really. And I think a lot of it too, on the more serious side, I think a lot of it, the reason why it started derailing is because it was just young egos. And I understand now why Omarion does things for himself. I understand why certain people kicked off tours and all these sort of things, and why he doesn't deal with a whole lot of nonsense is because right there it showed everybody had an ego. I do believe that egos got in the way, and you couldn't tell when they were being serious. You couldn't tell when they were really upset at each other. At the end, it was kind of like, oh, but I respect your music. I respect, it was just all over the place. It was entertainment at its finest. But I really think that this could have been a great battle with two of the younger generation of R&B people, because Omarion, he's been around the block a few times, you know what I'm saying, and he knows his business, he knows the deal, but the whole thing was so chaotic that oh God, it was so, it was chaotic. It was chaotic. Omarion was trying to do the sexy thing. He was eating watermelon, for like the sexy. It was just, you don't need all them antics because you're a talented brother. So it was really, it was a chaotic shambles, honestly. That's the best word that I can say for it. But anyway, I have given you enough that if that hasn't piqued your interest to watch it, just to even just be mildly entertained, because believe you me when I tell you, I'm giving you this is 15-20 minutes of this overview, but trust me, it doesn't even hold a candle to actually tuning in. So you can find it anywhere online. You can Google, Yahoo, whatever. I mean YouTube. I'm saying Yahoo. You could probably find it on Yahoo too. Whatever. Do yourself a favor this weekend. If you want to be thoroughly entertained from tip to tip, please go watch the latest VERZUZ and get your life, because you're going to get your life. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to do a little recap. I'm really shaking my head like, wow. And what this does is it actually makes me, it makes me work harder, because it's like, you know what? Getting the opportunity for something that comes your way and to be unprepared is not an option. It's not an option. So if anything, I learned some lessons from this. But yeah, definitely find it on YouTube and tune in. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Pass this podcast along to someone that you think will enjoy it. And tag me on social media at Onyx Queen Media on Instagram and let me know that you're listening. And I will post you in my stories as a thank you. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Please watch this video. Please. I promise you, it will make your whole weekend. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.